All right, so let me get you guys caught up to speed. So strut went out passenger side. The actual top hat of the strut freaking broke off. And what I mean by it broke off is the top of here, the actual threaded piece connected to the shock itself was just like flush cut. I think just due to the amount of stress over the years and many miles, obviously I would estimate about a little over 73,000 miles on the air ride already alone. And this shock was the first one to go out. And only due to the fact because that thread broke off. So I ordered a whole new Bilstein from Redline 360 and they came through, got it within 3 days from ordering it, and yeah, got it replaced. I don't think it's gonna happen to this side, and the only reason why, because I already checked specifically where the actual shock is connecting to those washers. There's a couple of them that are actually connected, the top right here that's holding the top of the hat, and then there's one on the inside of the universal bag that's connected to the actual strut itself, that chrome piece. So all that kind of holds the back intact. So yeah, I found that specific rubber piece here, this bushing just laying on the side. Luckily it didn't fall into the engine bay while driving, you know, so that was a good thing there. But like I said, now we're all fixed and that's over with already. No more stress there. I can actually drive the car correctly. I'll put up pictures exactly how the car was with the shock aired out. It literally just sticking out and kept on hitting the inside of the actual hood. So yeah, you can imagine the type of a struggle that was if hearing something like that. But yeah, that's where the RT is at right now. And next up is getting the 3-piece wheels mounted on. But before getting them mounted on, we're going to be doing the 3.5-inch barrels. I'm going to get them removed. From there, get the 5-inch barrels, the 5-inch ones, get those remounted onto there, bolt everything toward to spec, and start the process of that. So 3-piece wheels is next. Touch up all the paint that's chipped off already on the car just due to the fact when I removed the wrap. And I'll show you guys here. So this flare was one of the major ones that got really damaged just due to the fact of rock chips in specific areas, and the wrap was underneath that. There was bubbles that were kind of peeling off, and I was like, okay, let me just peel off one section due to the fact that the wrap was already just like flickering off, and that caused majority of that loose paint to just peel. It was already getting, you know, obviously old. The wrap was on there for 4 years. So yeah, once that's done, I'm gonna do the driver's side as well, because that'll be fixed. Daniel's also gonna touch up on whatever paint I need to get done here. This part of the actual bumper itself, I think what I'm gonna do, ice cream man, ice cream man. What I'm really gonna end up doing is just replacing the whole bumper, and I'll just replace the whole entire thing with the new ones, either a same off of this or do the Scat Pack Hellcat front bumper look with the fog light delete, and do that as well, so to have that square vented here, and that'll actually finish off the wide body piece there. It'll all still the same, nothing will really change there. But the wheels, all that's gonna change, so I'm excited. So stay with the vlog, stay with the build, stay up to date to everything else that's gonna come with the car itself. So let's go. before I end the video. All right, let me just show you exactly what I was talking about. You see that? That's supposed to be the top. And clearly it's off all the way. So, Bilstein trash. But, here they are. Oh yeah. Siberius 3s. Black finish face. Current lips on here right now are the 3.5 inch. These are 9.5 inch wheels plus 23 offset. So clearly these are straight JDM wheels from Japan. And what I had to do is convert my wheel hub lug pattern from 115 to a 114.3. I'll show you guys that in the next video on how exactly I'm doing that. If you guys are watching my shorts, you will see exactly how I did that, and I gave you guys a little bit of a brief of how I was doing that. And it clears just fine. It clears just with the Brembo brakes being on there on the front. I know for sure the rear is going to clear because the Brembo brakes are facing downward and not upward. Yeah, that's pretty much the only thing that I have as of currently right now before show season starts and all that stuff. The trunk still has to be done. I'm still waiting on the trunk to be done, but there's stuff for that to be coming. I won't be showing the trunk at all. Temporarily, what I'm going to be doing is just kind of taking things out of that trunk, get them done, and then put things back into there. Once the trunk is fully completed, then there will be a whole video on the new setup, which would be the 5th setup that I have already completed on the car. So yeah, I'm stoked. Everything's always a process. Continue keeping yourself fresh with a new mindset, a new build, something new to show off. So the build is never going to stay stagnant. And that's the part of the game when you have a build like this where you keep things constantly refreshed. You got to keep in mind, I got a business going on, and that business was thriving based off of my advertisement, which is my car. So things like that you see on my car is the same things that I'll be doing on the business itself. So check out Airlux Garage. If you haven't done that, I'll put a link in the description for you guys to click on that. So yeah.